It was so weird to me that these things could align so perfectly. So I stepped back again. I realized that there was a story being told here of an object and a space which the object exists in. Space, the mother, and energy, the father, and the order that the energy takes, the son. And I started noticing other things. Things that kept reminding me of the different religious stories I was sort of rediscovering. Like Adam and Eve being kicked out of the garden. It seemed like everywhere I looked, things kept popping in there, and everything just lined up. It was like it was some kind of map of reality, a symbolic representation that corresponds with everything. It was bringing up all sorts of questions, like, what's the Star of David doing there? And why does that same symbol show up at the center of the chakra system? Are Hinduism and Judaism related? Then I found this thing called the E8 model. It's a diagram that some physicists think might be the key to some kind of theory of everything. And all these things seem to be based around hexagons. They seem to be everywhere. So I kept asking questions. What is this thing? Is it useful? So I go back and try to explain all of this to that same friend who asked me to make the drawing in the first place. And he gives me this look and says, "We should put it in the computer." And I was thinking, if I'm going to do this, I should do it right. Start with something simple. What's the simplest thing? Then another, and another. I've seen this before. There's this thing called the flower of life. It shows up everywhere, from ancient Egypt all the way up to the modern New Age religions. It seems to be at the foundation of the occult. So I kept going, and I kept asking, what is this thing? And eventually, I hear this voice in my head, but it's sort of like a voiceless voice. And it says, "It's the shared story." And I'm looking at this thing and I think, it looks like a crown of thorns.